Did you know that global franchise restaurants have special menu options that are not available in the United States? In this series, we're going to recreate those items so you can try them at home too. Hello everyone, in this episode of our Around the World series, we're going to recreate the chocolate and caramel pie from McDonald's in the Czech Republic, or as it translates, a bag of chocolate and salted caramel that will satisfy all your tastes at once. Odd description, but sounds good to me. Let's get started. First, we're going to make the caramel filling so it'll have enough time to cool. In a small pot, measure out 60 grams of sugar, 50 grams of water, and 5 grams of corn syrup. Then separately measure out 100 grams of heavy cream and 60 grams of butter. Move to the stove. On medium heat, dissolve the sugar, then cook until the sugar browns. If this is your first time, don't be scared. Darker sugar is better than lighter sugar. Once you see some dark brown start to form, turn off the heat and carefully but quickly add the cream all at once and stir until it's smooth. Next, add the butter and a dash of salt. Stir until it's all melted. Then transfer it to another container and let it cool. Next, we'll make the chocolate filling. Wash your small pot, then add 55 grams of sugar, 30 grams of water, 4 grams of cocoa powder, and 1 gram of vanilla extract. Then separately measure out 55 grams of chocolate chips and 60 grams of butter. And back to the stove. Cook on medium heat until the sugar has dissolved and the mixture is hot. Then off the heat, add in the chocolate chips and butter. Set it aside and allow it to cool. Finally, we will make the dough. In a large bowl, add 250 grams of flour, 2.5 grams of salt, and 30 grams of cold butter that's been cut into small pieces. Then using a bench scraper, a fork, or your fingers, break up the butter until it's the size of small peas, almost like a lentil. Next, slowly mix in 125 grams of cold water. Your dough may need less, so go slowly. Once it looks like it'll hold together, let it rest for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, gently knead it for 5 minutes. It should be a shaggy ball, not super smooth like bread. Cover with plastic and rest in the fridge for 30 minutes. Once the dough has chilled, we're going to roll it out. On a well-floured surface, use your trusty rolling pin and roll it until it's pretty thin, like this. Then using a sharp knife, trim it into a nice rectangle, then cut it into 6 pieces. Next, add the fillings. First, a mountain of caramel and then a heap of chocolate. Make it yummy. This isn't McDonald's and we're not worried about food cost. Next step is to add a little water around the edges and put the tops on. Gently press around the filling, then crimp the edges with a fork. Finally, trim them to look pretty. If no one is watching, feel free not to. And one last time, move to the stove. Heat some oil to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit and gently place a couple of pies in and fry until golden brown and delicious looking. Once finished, take them out and put them on a wire rack to cool a bit. And here are our bags of chocolate and salted caramel pies from McDonald's Czech Republic. Golden brown and crispy, beckoning for a cross section. Oh my god, it's so much. Maybe we didn't let them cool enough. Patience, and let's try this again. Ta-da! A little better but still so much filling. Maybe hills of filling, not mountains. But it tastes delicious. Warm and crispy pastry with caramel and chocolate. Did I say more? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what will we cook next.